Miss Dinesh, and the topic is switch case statement, and the subject is programming for problem solving using C. Switch statement in C tests the value of a variable and compares it with multiple cases. Once the case match is found, a block of statements associated with that particular case is executed. Each case in a block of statement has a different name or number, which is referred to as an identifier. The value provided by the user is compared with all the cases inside the switch block until a match is found. If a case match is not found, then the default statement is executed and the control goes out of the switch block. Switch case syntax. A general syntax of how a switch case is implemented in a C program is as follows. Switch uh, Inside a switch, an expression is given, and we should write case value 1, and we should write the statement, and then break the statement, and if needed case value 2 should be written, and block to case should and block to code should be also written, and then we need to use break statement, and like that mm, we should we should case the value up to n times, and block block the code and write the statements up to n times and break it. And if any one of these case values is not implemented, then default statement is implemented. In default statement, the state in default statement the statement is implemented, and then break statement is given. The expression can be integer expression or a character expression. Value 1, 2, and are case labels which are used to identify each case individually. Remember that case label should not be same as it may create a problem while executing a program. Suppose we have two cases with the same label as one. Then while executing the program, the case that appears first will be executed even though you want the program to execute a second case. This creates problems in the program and does not provide the desired output. Case labels always end with a colon. Each of these cases is associated with a block. A block is nothing but multiple statements which are grouped for a particular case. Whenever the switch is executed, the value of test expression is compared with all the cases which we have defined inside the switch. Suppose the test expression contains value 4, the value is compared with all the cases until case whose label 4 is found in the program. As soon as a case is found, the block of statements associated with that particular case is executed and control goes out of switch. The break keyword in each case indicates the end of a particular case. If you do not put the break in each case, then even though the specific case is executed, the switch in C will continue to execute all the cases until the end is reached. This should not happen. Hence, we always have to put break keyword in each case. Break will terminate the case once it is executed, and control will fall out of switch. The default case is an optional one. Whenever the value of test expression is not matched with any of the cases inside the switch, then the the default will be executed. Otherwise, it is not necessary to write default in switch. Once the switch is executed, the control will go to the statement text and the execution of program will continue. Flowchart diagram of a switch case. Following diagram illustrates how a case is selected in switch case. First, we should write switch statement and under case one and under case one the block on the statement should be written. If if it is correct, it will execute and goes to case 2, and under the case 2 block 2 statements will be if it and under the block 2 statements will be executed if the statements are correct. Otherwise it goes to a default statement, and default statement will be executed and thereby goes to statement X. Switch case example in C. Following program illustrates the use of switch, which includes standard stereo.h int main int num equal to 8, which means we are assigning num value is 8. Switch num means under switch we are given an expression as num, and the case number is given as 7, and under case 7 we have written printf value is 7, and then we should break the statement. um, and the other one is case 8 print, and the statement is printf value is 8, and then statement is break by using break statement. And after that the case 9 is executed, and the statement under the case 9 is printf value is 9, and break statement is executed writing the break. And if any one of these case 7, 8 and 9 is not correct, default statement is executed, that is printf out of the range, and break statement is written and return 0, and the output is value is 8 in the given program. And this is the explanation part of the example. In the given program we have explained initialize a variable num with value 8. A switch construct is used to compare the value stored in variable num and execute a block of statements associated with the matched case. In this program, since the value stored in variable num is 8, the switch will execute the case whose case label is 8. After executing the case, the control will fall out of the switch and program will be terminated with the successful user by printing the value on the output screen. Nested switch in C. In C, we can have an inner switch embedded in an outer switch. Also, the case statements of the inner and outer switch may have common values and without any conflicts. We consider the following program which the user to type his own ID. If the ID is valid, it will ask him to enter his password. If the password is correct, the program will print the name of the user, otherwise the program will not will print incorrect password. And if the ID does not exist, the program will print incorrect ID. And the example is given. In this example, we are int ID password means, and the password in we have given password as an data type. Password is a data type which is an integer, and printf please enter your ID, and switch statement is used under this. If the password is correct, if the password is correct, then it will no. If by entering your ID and under the switch case, if your password is correct, it will print welcome dear programmer. Otherwise, it will print incorrect password. And if the if the ID is not correct, it will print incorrect ID. And the output will be please enter your ID 500. Enter the password 000. Welcome dear programmer. Why do we need a switch case? It is one potential program with the if-else statement, which is the complexity of the program increases whenever the number of alternative paths increases. If you use multiple if-else constructs in a program might become difficult to read and comprehend. Sometimes it may even confuse the developer himself or the program. The solution to this program is a switch statement. Rules for switch statement. An expression must always execute to a result. Case labels must be constants and unique. Case labels must end with a colon. A break keyword must be present in each case. There can be only one default label. You can nest multiple switch statements. And thank you.